So the Baltimore Ravens get the job done beating Cleveland 16-10, and this was a very big win for the Baltimore Ravens because that AFC North, it is very tough, man. Cleveland is a tough team. Pittsburgh, we all know, is very tough, and then you have to deal with Cincinnati. They won today, and they are 7-4, but they all have pretty good quarterbacks. The worst one has probably been Roethlisberger right now because he's on the decline of his career. Obviously, Baker Mayfield's dealing with that torn shoulder labrum. And you can tell that it still affects him. You can definitely tell that it still affects him. He had that kind of brace wrapped around it. But for the most part, Lamar Jackson did not have a clean day today. I mean, he had 4 interceptions. It was not a good performance by Lamar Jackson. He said during his postgame that this was not a good performance. And it definitely did not help there. But again, it was thanks to Lamar Jackson's play. Avoiding these guys like Jadeveon Clowney and, in the pocket, out of the pocket, making plays on the run, extending those plays. And again, man, Baltimore just made enough plays throughout the ground game. Some receivers really stepped up huge today for the Baltimore Ravens, and they were able to get the job done. Definitely, this was one of those games where you definitely can give a lot of credit to the home crowd. Home crowd advantage, I definitely felt won this game for Baltimore because I felt like if this game was in Cleveland, I definitely believe that the Browns probably would have won this game. So this is one of those games where the home field advantage truly, really matters. And when people say that in the postseason that home field doesn't really mean anything, trust me, guys, home field advantage does mean anything. So a lot of the credit has to go to the Baltimore fans for really affecting this game. But Baltimore's defense, man, was the reason why they won this game. Because again, Lamar Jackson did not play good today. The offensive line, for the most part, they were generating much of a push, but in pass protection really wasn't the best. Lamar Jackson got pressured a lot, but for the most part, again, Baltimore's defense was the catalyst of why they won this game. Tyus Bowser had a hell of a game, man. You saw the rookie Owe stepped up and made some huge plays for them. Justin Houston was able to make some plays. Patrick Queen got hurt a little bit earlier in this game, but for the most part, I feel like he had a pretty decent game for the most part. I mean, Baltimore's defense was very good tonight. Very good tonight. And then, even if you flip it around, right? You flip it around, Cleveland's defense played phenomenal. I mean, Grant Delpit you can make an argument, he had one of the best games of his young career. Ronnie Harrison had a phenomenal game. Myles Garrett had generated another sack. I mean, this was, Denzel Ward had caught an interception. He made a huge impact. For the most part, Cleveland's defense did everything they could to win this football game. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, both defenses just had a huge impact on this game, and Baltimore was able to make more plays, right? Lamar Jackson's ability to extend plays, right? His ability to extend those plays, right? This is where the dual threat of Lamar Jackson can win you these tight, close games, right? With his running ability, with his throwing ability. If you flip it to the other side, you're dealing with a quarterback in Baker Mayfield who's not mobile, who's not really that much mobile. He's dealing with the torn shoulder labrum. This is where the difference comes into play. And Baltimore has that advantage with Lamar Jackson, and Cleveland does not have that advantage. It was just who can make the most plays. And the fact of the matter is that Baltimore has the ultimate playmaker in Lamar Jackson. And even with probably arguably one of the worst games of his NFL career, Baltimore was still able to take the dub because Lamar Jackson can still affect a defense even when he's playing piss poor tonight. So the Baltimore Ravens were able to get the job done. Also helps that they also have one of the best kickers in the National Football League, and Justin Kicker, if not the best kicker in the National Football League, including having that home crowd there. Baltimore has a tough road. They have a very, very tough road. You play Pittsburgh, and then you have to go on the road, play Cleveland again. They play Green Bay, you play LA, you play Pittsburgh again. So this is a very, very tough stint for the Baltimore Ravens. They're banged up. Lamar Jackson, again, I feel like he's going to come back. He's going to rebound. He's going to make some plays. But right now, man, it is a fight for that. Not just for the number one seed in the AFC North. It is a fight for the number one seed in the AFC. And if I could be wrong about this, I think Baltimore right now has the number one seed in the AFC conference. So right now, the AFC conference, it has been a dogfight. Everyone's been knocking off each other. Baltimore has that opportunity to get it, but it's going to be a tough road Cleveland still has a chance to climb back up and maybe kind of grab this division, but they need to play better offensively. Really, the last 2 to 3 weeks, they have not played that well offensively. They have to step it up if Cleveland wants to have that division. But anyway, guys, Gen Sports, aka Gen716. If you guys want more reactions, definitely make sure to subscribe, hit the share button, like the video. Really helps out this channel. But yeah, guys, Gen Sports. I'll catch you guys later. Night.